think I'm all good, you know. I don't know, is that mirror too like far down? Because I can see the whole back bit behind me.
Are you having to lift your head slightly, or are you okay? You don't have to rest your head on the head restraint to do it.
No.
What are you looking like? Top and bottom of the back window.
Yeah.
And you remember, you should see more of the off side of the car or the right side. So you should be okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Again, if we have to readjust mirrors when we're out, we will do. Not a problem. What we're going to do to keep us as safe as we can, I have just wiped all the car down again, even though we're living in the house together, Erin. I've still wiped everything, to be honest.
Just wash my hands as well.
Just wash your hands, well done, that's all good, that's all we can do. You can start your car, and we're going to turn the air conditioning on as well. So you start your car first. Oh, ready you off. Relax. Do you want to put your window up?
I don't really mind.
You know how to do it. All good. How do you turn the temperature down?
Like that.
Go for it. Down to low, I would say. It's quite warm, isn't it? Good. Do you remember how to turn the air conditioner on? Do it whichever way you like. Yeah, go for it. Which one is it? Good. Heating and ventilation. And just press literally where it says climate control. Done, sorted. And if you press map, we're back to good. We'll get air conditioning on. If you wish to turn it up at any point, it's that middle control, so we're okay with that. Alright, with that, we'll let the car warm up for a little mo. We'll let the air conditioning cool us down a little mo. I'm just going to get rid of that because it does me head in. It rattles like anything. So I'm just going to lash that down there, get that out of the way. What did we get up to last time? What did we do? I know it was only a couple of days ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
3 days ago. What do you reckon? What did we do?
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot. We did do quite a lot. What were we working with? What were we going on about? Do you remember?
Offside, near side.
We did a little bit of that, yeah. Do you remember?
Planning, and then we were crawling, whatever you want to call it, before we were moving.
Good. Well done. And honestly, I thought that was quite positive. Towards the end of the lesson, I think you got a little bit tired and then it dropped off a little bit, which is understandable. So try and keep that going a little bit more today. If you've got to have a little break for a mo, yeah, if you want to sort your mirrors out, feel free. Feel okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, if you need a little break and just letting your head get together when we're out at any point, you just say. I've got no idea what the roads are going to be like, Erin, no idea whatsoever. We're just going to wing it, play it by ear, see what's what. Would you like to go down the same sort of route of turning at Crossroads today, or
Yeah.
would you like to go, and we haven't done loads of roundabouts recently either.
No, we haven't. Let's do some roundabouts.
Should we do some roundabouts?
Yeah.
Okay. Will the creeping before the gap be important with them?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Is there anything that can help you with before we go on which lane to choose, to do which turns, or you feel
I
comfortable?
feel like it's just going to have to do it when we do it.
Okay.
Trial and error, really, isn't it?
Yeah, just remember left and ahead. What lane do you generally use?
Left.
Good. Did you see the size of that B?
That was huge, wasn't it?
It was like that, wasn't it? Okay, and if you were turning right, what lane do you use?
So if you're going like, what do you mean by turn right?
Past 12 o'clock or past the straight turn.
Would you use the right lane?
Okay, so we're going to have a little look at a few of them. I think then that would be a good idea to go down that route today.
Yeah.
Should we go?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm all sorted. I'm just don't mind. I'm just going to turn the
That's alright.
aircon
It's a bit
up
warm
a
in it. I don't know why I
little
put a jumper on. Be right.
more. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Go on then. Let's go.
Are we rolling or?
Good shout. You decide.
I don't know.
What have I
I feel
done?
like you've already got off the hill.
I have got off the hill. Why?
Somebody so I don't hit Jess's car.
More to the point, there's no way that I could have got in next to that hedge. Other people would have done, but Fat Ash wouldn't have. Yeah, I just moved it off so we could both get in. That was all.
Alright.
We going?
Yeah.
Go on then. So you decide whether you need to roll or whether you need to drive.
I think drive.
Drive's good, yeah, okay, sound. Good decision. No one around?
No.
All right. Good. Nice job. Where could you spend your time looking?
Around that corner.
Good. Well done. Would you be ready to stop if someone came?
Yeah.
Good. How far can you start to see now? Is it getting better?
Yeah.
So what should you be doing with your speed as it gets better? Yeah, so change what you're doing with your car to suit. That was good. Well done. Nice job. All good. And we'll take the next left, please, Erin. So remember, we're trying not to go in. Don't go in yet. Wait till your mirror gets to this bend before you turn, which is yes, there, that's better. Good. Mirror to the corner before you turn, not that little piece over the front. All right with that? Good little corner, well done. You all right getting around here?
Yeah.
Sound. All nice job, well done. We all good? Okay, sound. Can you see any reflections in the silver van if people come around the corner?
No.
That doesn't mean there's no one there though. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good. And try and tuck it back to the left a little now to have a better look right to then. Good, go. Big steer, go on. Bit more. That's it. Sound. Good. Now, you remember last time
I didn't
with
look.
the van?
Yeah.
You know
I
what?
didn't tuck in enough to the side.
Good. So to do that, we're going to go nice and slow. We're going to turn right again, please, Erin. Yeah, good. So remember, we've got to go dead slow to do this. Use your brake now. Come on, get braking. Clutch down. Get slower. Get slower. Now a big steer left. Big steer left. Go slower. Big steer right. Good. And then what? Good. Creep. Well done. Nice job. That was better. Good. No, it wasn't too bad, you know. It was pretty good. Come on, let's get going now. Go on, build. More. Straight to accelerating. That was a better attempt, but I still had to twist your arm to do it, didn't I? Yeah, you got to get slower to then give yourself time to steer around. We're going to go ahead today, please. So, little look behind us. Get slow now, and the gap's not yet. Get braking. Come on, clutch down into first. Get slower. Get prepared. Now slow. Have a look slow. You can't see. Slow. Creep. You came off the brake too soon.
Okay.
Remember what we said last time. What should we be doing now, Erin? Yep. Good. Go on then. Remember we said last time we can't hope to do things. Yeah? You got to manage it. Now, that car should really give way because the mainstay of the cars are on their side. And remember, flashing lights, should we do that?
No.
No. Thank you, buddy. Excellent. I think we talked about that last time, about the key is people waiting and giving you room tells you to go. We're just going to go ahead, please, Erin. Any problems at the back of us?
Yeah.
Okay, there's not really. It's only car travelling. Good.
It's too slow on that, really, wasn't it?
Too late, and you've stopped too soon. Brake and stop now. Brake and stop, because the car's very close behind. Put your handbrake on. And what do you think you could do to move us up safely?
Roll.
Go on then. Creep. Good, and it's worked out nicely as well. Good. What should we be doing now, Erin? Good. Are we all right?
Yeah.
Nice time for second. So you just needed to adjust your brake pressure a bit to roll us up a little further. Okay, if we breathe in a little bit, we'll have room for the ambulance. That's obviously a joke. Just concentrate on staying, that's nearly first. Just relax your grip a little, Erin. You're fine. The cyclist a problem?
No, it could be.
She's having a bit of a wobble everywhere, but that's a nice way of explaining to people and showing people that's why you need to give cyclists a load of room, at least 1.5 meters. But yeah, with the ambulance, I know the gap was a little smaller. Just concentrate, stay in the middle lane.
Sort my mirrors out.
Parking on the left then, somewhere safe. Where is safe?
I don't know. Here?
Just in here before the junction on the right. Get a left signal on, but roll further forward now because there's still a bus stop to our right. Good. Stop gently. And then we're done. Good. Good. Relax. If you ever want to do your mirrors, you don't have to ask. But what I would have preferred for for you to do the planning on where to park.
Okay.
Alright, I'll let you deal with that in a sec.
That's better.
Feel okay? Alright,
Yeah.
super. So planning to park, don't know whether you got what I was talking about.
I didn't know if you. Oh, so I'm okay to park anywhere there's not yellow lines, yeah?
Generally, yes.
Okay, apart from
Okay.
I couldn't park there because obviously a drop curb.
Good. What about the junction on the right?
Well, you wouldn't park on the corner, really, would you?
At least 10 metres away from both sides.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't really park in front of that, even if that was a drop curb. If that was just a taller piece, you shouldn't, because you're then going to be affecting cars coming in and out of Chaser Close on the right. What about bus stops? We've got 2 behind us.
Where? Oh, 'cause
Looking your right mirror where the ladies have just passed.
yeah.
Why would it be a problem if you parked opposite a bus stop as
Because
well?
then if the bus is stopped, no one's going to be able to get through, really.
Okay, good. So you've got to think of other people's room a little bit more. So good for wishing to park in and sort your mirrors out. However, I
Do it myself.
do want that plan from you now.
Yeah.
You've just collected a little bit more information on where we can and can't. Just try and have a little think of that yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, not bad at all. Ready to go? Good.
Yeah.
We're going to get to the end and turn right. Remember,
Right.
which is that right, not the other right. And just remember to go slow enough to deal with what you need to deal with. We had to deal with a lot when we got back into the left after the van, so we had to go extra slow
What?
near coming out of where we live, coming out of
Okay.
the estate. And remember the van
So,
on the
if,
left.
so even if I'm going to go right, sorry to swear, if I'm going to go right from there, you've always got to go to the left.
If there's room
left
to
then
get,
right.
if there's room to get back to your correct side of the road,
Do it.
of course,
Okay.
because which is less risk.
Your side of the road.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty dangerous, don't you think, if you're over that centre line doing a turn when people could potentially come in. Makes sense?
Mhm.
All right, ready to go? Good, go for it. So, what's your plan?
Wait.
I agree, so just be patient.
For after the red one.
That's a lovely plan. Now, after the red one, will there be many people about? Yes, the other
Yes.
red one. So when the red one's passing, signal up, check your blind spot once again.
It was a bit late then, wasn't it?
Yeah, you maybe should have been checking your blind spot a little sooner.
Okay.
Cancel the signal now, just because
Oh,
they're
sorry.
close to you. And then get moving a little sooner. But we'll turn right, please. How close is the car behind? What's your plan with the signal?
I'm going to do it now.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it? Well done for not gripping your hands there. How's the van ahead going to be an issue to you?
Don't know
Get
where
slowing.
he's going to go.
So get slowing, because we're crossing this path, clutch down. Good. Roll us forward. Roll us up. Look left, right, and ahead. Left, right, and ahead. Do we creep or do we stop? We stop. So sit, handbrake. Now we've got to cross the path of the van as well. If we leave the gear, that's fine. Now this one's waiting. Is everyone waiting for you?
Yeah.
Creep a little then. Creep a little. Creep. Good. Well done. Look out to your right and up. And off we go. Pretty good job. Good job by the other private hire driver there, because he held back and waited. Not because he held back and waited, but he didn't flash. Did you notice that there as well?
Yeah.
Yeah? Next time, just try and be a little sharper, picking up on the clues that people are waiting. I think honestly we could do with just having a little look at priority with the van there. You know, I said we were crossing their path. I think we could do with just having a little think about priority. Do you know how that works? No? We'll have a little go at that in a minute. Just for now, we can just keep going. A little sound. That's a different type of crossing. It's got a picture of a horse on. Any idea what that
Because
one's
we're the
called?
race course.
We are in the middle of the race course. Any idea what that one's called?
No.
It's sometimes called a Pegasus, but it's an equestrian crossing. It's like the horse riders do not have to dismount. They can press the button, stop the lights, and then ride across when those gates are open. So it's quite unusual to see, but it is one there. I know you were in the back of the car when I came over this bridge yesterday. You know, you put it into second, but you didn't slow much first. That's why that gear jumped a little. Try and slow first. Now, do you remember what I did? Yeah, press the horn. Now, keep rolling. You don't have to stare at the car. You're staring at the car, Erin. You were going towards it. Now be ready to stop if you have to. Be recovering the brake. Cover the brake. Good. Well done. You did ever so well there. Really good. What we're going to do is a right turn at the end, please. A right turn. Now, can we see much right and left? You're only looking forward. Get braking more, get the gear prepped. Get the gear prepped. Roll. Now keep looking and braking until you're certain to creep. Happy?
Yeah.
Off we go. Look to your right and up where the people are. Pretty good though. Well done. Nice job. You don't have to take your signals off, remember. Do your steering. If there's a steering or a signal to do the steering. Okay. Now, is this a little bit more awkward on the bend as well, do you think? Or has anyone overtaken us?
No.
Hold on, we good to go?
Yeah.
Hold on, we've got a roundabout coming up where we're going to turn left. Keep going for a little. Keep going for a bit, keep going for a bit, keep going for a bit, Erin. Look up, where's the roundabout?
Yeah.
There it is, left turn please. That's good. So, who'd you give way to?
The oncoming traffic?
No, from the right.
Oh, from the
from
right.
the right.
Okay.
You give way to the right, so if there's any cars coming from there, we wait. If there's not, we go. Good. You were just braking a little too much there for that particular gear. That was okay though, you did a pretty good job, and we're going to take the next left here. Can you sort this one out early? Do we need to signal?
No.
Yes. There's cars around. You're a little close to the curb, Erin. Look far round. Try not to brake in this gear. If you need to brake slower than we're going, you need to press the clutch, remember.
Okay.
Take your time, this is sharp. Move away from the cars. Settle. Good. Just a little look as we come through. Alright, what I'd like you to do is find us somewhere safe where you can park.
Am I allowed to park on the right side?
You are. But where would you see on the right that would be good?
Nowhere here.
So
I'm going to keep going past that junction, that's okay.
I'm past the silver car by the looks of it as well, isn't it? Yeah.
I could have parked there.
Bit close to the
Alright.
junctions, to be honest,
Okay.
wouldn't it? Both sides. So where do you think would be good? Do we need
After
to park?
the speed bump?
Yeah. Do we need to park on the right now either?
No.
No. What are you going to do to park? Tell people, Erin.
Yeah.
Keep aware. Good. Go slow because we need to get finished before the driveways. Let's brake. You're just a little bit late planning. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Is there anyone behind now?
No.
No. Can you creep and finish your steer? Good. Not bad at all. Well done. Alright, Sam. I'm just going to grab, just quickly, my iPad out. Can you turn the car off a little sec?
Free,
Thank you.
one.
Just one. Totally fine. I'll be 2 secs and we will show you what's what. Just going to clean the screen just before we go, just so you can see what we're doing. Damn. Okay, software update closed. You can tell I'm using my iPad for a little while. Get off, thanks. Right, Crossroads. Just a little nosy at this. Have we done anything with this little diagram before?
Don't think so.
So here's a crossroad, and we're in that position to turn right. I'm just going to leave it here so people from the camera can also see. Can you see enough there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're turning right. And what we had a situation with the van that was coming from the entrance to the racecourse.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice where the van was waiting? Was the van all the way up to the road though?
No.
Where was it?
Behind.
It's quite a way behind as well. So what would that be telling you?
To go. Well, not.
Or he's not gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the car coming from this direction.
Was stopped
Where?
before here.
Yes, it was back here somewhere, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And well done to that private hire driver who didn't flash his lights. He just sat, and that is enough. That sitting still and eye contact is enough for people to understand what you're doing. So therefore that one was holding back and that one was holding back, and that's why we crept out. We knew it was clear from this way as far as we could see, so we crept out and then did our turn. But usually, Erin, when you're crossing the path of someone, you're the blue car and the red car's the other way. Usually you let the red car continue first and then go after.
What happens if the person this way doesn't wait?
What do you think?
Wait.
They've got priority because the giveaways are restricting this road. and restricting that road,
Yeah, okay.
aren't they? So it's obviously got to be clear side to side, but then when there is a crossroad, you have to deal with the traffic from the opposite side. So just remember, if you're crossing the path of someone, generally you'll let them go first. How will you do it? Will you flash your lights?
No.
What will you do?
Stop.
And just
Look
at them. Because you sitting there looking at them is enough to say, I'm not going after you. Okay? If you do flash, remember what we said last time about what people are like. How do you feel when you're flashed to go? Do you feel as though you can
it's a
take...
rush.
So that's why we don't flash as well. What about if we were going ahead and the people from the other direction were turning right?
Oh, we still give way, don't we?
Who to?
Oh, these people.
Yeah.
If we're going ahead, I'd say they'd have to wait.
Good. However,
They don't have to, but
they should perhaps.
should.
But what if they were waiting there longer than us?
how do you know that though?
Well, they would arrive there and be sat at the junction as we're coming up to it.
Okay.
Do you understand?
But wouldn't it depend if that person goes before we leave?
Maybe. However, sometimes you may very well decide to let that other person go. However, you're right that they're crossing your path, therefore you should generally be the one to make the move. How would you show that person that you were potentially going to go? Would sitting there staring at them be useful to say? No, it wouldn't, would it? It wouldn't be useful for them to understand.
Would you crawl a bit?
Brilliant. And possibly look side to side as well as having a little eye on the red one.
Okay.
Because then that little move sort of like says, nah, we're going. But you've always got to be ready to submit and go, whatever, go on then, you go. See the L plates on the top, you barge through first. Makes sense? Always be ready to do that. But I'm glad I've gone through that. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, super. Anything with that you would like a little hand with, or do you feel okay?
Okay.
Super. Shall we get going again?
How fat that dog is.
Love those little pugs. Right, go on then, start your motor. Super duper. Do you feel a little far away today? You keep on stretching down, take it out of gear a little second. Are you a little far away today with your seat, or do you feel okay?
I feel okay.
Feel okay? It's just when you've pushed the clutch, you've sort of like done that a couple of times. No?
I think that's just because my foot's further up the thing. If my foot's on the thing at the bottom, it's fine.
Have your foot lower down. Perfect. Good. Come on. When you're ready, we shall drive. Hold on. Yeah, no one's about, is there? All good. Well done. Great job. I'm going to turn right, please, at the top, Erin. Are we on our side of the road?
No.
What if you make sure we are then? What if a car came in, look right and left as we're coming? Do we need to go slower?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Brake.
Just put the clutch down, Erin. If you're going to go slower than idle, you've got to get that clutch down, haven't you?
Yeah.
So you have to listen as you're coming up to the junction to hear what that engine's telling you. Alright? But a good little start, you know. Not bad. It's a little bit easier with the traffic out, isn't it? What's the problem here?
Could people come from there?
Are you ready to stop?
Yeah.
Hold on. We're going to turn right, please, at the top again.
Okay.
So, what are you going to do? What's your plan to do with the signal?
Gonna wait till I get past here.
You good now?
Yeah.
So slow, just hold back, clutch down, brake. Roll now. Now first gear, we're turning right, 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 stop, stop, stop. That's right. What's this one to the left doing? Is it going past?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Is that the same sort of situation as we've just explained?
Yes. And
Why aren't we moving?
I don't know. 'Cause I'm probably...
Do you get where I'm coming from? Yeah? Good. Get steering, get working. Could this crossing be an issue?
Yeah.
Yes, good. Okay, so slow early. Keep rolling up. Now this is a puffin crossing. When they finish across the other side, put your handbrake on for certain. You're in first gear, so you don't need to worry about that. Your right foot can now swap, and off we go slowly. When they finish, the sensors pick up that they're finished, and then change. Off we go, Erin. Go on, accelerate away, but we are going to find somewhere safe to park just quickly. Do we need to tell anyone?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Well done. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. We've got to get past the driveway and finish straight and up. Good. Secure it all up. Wicked, well done. Good. Lovely little situation that we had there with the shops opposite,
Yes.
wasn't it?
It's like it's planned.
Planned. I paid him to come out of the shops just those times. It's funny how things go like that sometimes. But
The rainbows.
the what's? Oh yeah, the rainbows here. Cool. So just what are those rainbows for again?
So kids are putting them in their like windows to show that's going to be happier times.
Good. We're not too far away from your school here as well,
No,
so
we're
they
not.
may very well be from yours. Okay, back to the job in hand. So that car opposite coming out from the shops.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Did you notice as well the guy's reaction when we sat and looked at the car from the left? Was it quite quick?
Yeah.
He sussed out that we were doing the correct thing and giving way to him. Brilliant. I couldn't have wished for anything better. Perfect little example. However, after he'd gone,
I just stand waiting.
so you should have been already dealing with him,
And then
knowing that the
creeping
gap
a
was
little bit.
creeping. Good. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. What was your thoughts on the van that came in the junction? The one where we came out where you were going to go left again.
I don't know.
Did you
The one
see
that-
the one that came in? We had to slow for a little bit. Did
Was
you
he
see?
going too fast around?
A little, yeah. They cut the corner big time, didn't
Oh.
they? All right. They didn't really look in and assess the junction before they committed to turn in, and that's just how people work and that's how people roll. We've just got to get used to that. So if you see someone cutting a corner, especially a bigger vehicle, I know a van's not particularly big, but it's bigger than a car.
Yeah.
What was my course of action? What did I get you to do?
Slow down.
And hold back.
Yeah.
Perfect. Just after that, just try and keep thinking of your lefts and rights a little bit more, that's
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
The crossing, we've done bits on crossing. Why is it important to put your handbrake on at a pedestrian crossing?
So it doesn't roll.
Good. What if you were to get tagged and hit from behind? Where would you likely go?
Ahead.
And what's ahead of us?
People.
So the handbrake is another safety
If they
measure.
hit you hard enough though, you'd still go forward.
Absolutely
wouldn't
would. However, there's honestly less of a chance of you going further if
When
the
you've
handbrake's
got it,
on.
yeah.
There's something else that's holding you.
Yeah.
All right, so that's really important. That type of crossing as well. Have we done bits and bobs with the crossings, the names of them and bits and
I
stuff?
think one's a pelican crossing, one's a zebra crossing.
That was a puffin.
Puffin.
A puffin. I tell you what, we'll try and have a little go at them next time if we can. I'll try and give you
Okay.
an idea of what the crossings are about. I might even give you bits and bobs of information today in between a few of the roundabouts
Yeah.
that we're doing. All right.
Guessing there's one ahead. That
There's a roundabout up ahead.
What-
Yeah.
the one that gave me that bit of
If
information.
you just look in your mirror a second at the crossing behind,
yes.
just turn your car off a sec as well.
How do you know that one's a puffin?
Good question. I'm going to show you this little piece of info. Right, photos. Where's me photos? Here's the photos. Pedestrian crossings. Right. Have a little look at this picture. In fact, I'm going to go to the next one and zoom in. These round things on the side of the crossing
Yeah.
are called cowls.
Cows.
Cowls, as in Simon Cowell.
Okay.
Okay? When it has them, it is a pelican crossing.
Okay.
Has that got them behind? Can you see?
No.
No, it hasn't. And that's a puffin. Just look at that one in your mirror while it's changed. It changes from red to red and amber and then green.
Okay.
Okay? These ones change in a different way. The ones with the cowls on, they're the pelicans. They go from green to amber to red, and then they go to flashing amber. And the
Okay.
flashing amber gives people time to finish. But those ones, the puffin ones, without the cowls on, and the boxes are also different as well. You might have weight boxes with the pelican ones, but then the puffin ones
Okay.
have boxes that way. And you can also see on the puffin ones that there are no cowls. Alright with that?
Yeah.
So those puffin ones are the clever ones that sense when people have finished and then change red and amber, whereas the pelican ones have a set time, usually 6 to 8 seconds, and then they'll go on to flash and amber. Do you know what that flash and amber means?
The flash and amber on a crossing.
Pelican crossing, yes.
That people are still crossing the road.
Not necessarily, they could be, and if they were, what would we have to do?
Wait.
Give way to them. So
Yeah.
it means give way to people on the crossing. If there's no one on the crossing, flash and
can
amber
go.
means you can go, providing it's safe.
Yeah.
Okay? So we've got a little bit of info there. We'll do a bit of that as we're driving. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Go on in. Start us up.
Are you still dead warm?
Yeah, because the engine's off.
Comfort button, not start button.
Put in sports if you want. It's up to you.
No, thank you.
It's all right. Go on in when you're ready. We will go. If you're still warm, by all means, turn the blowers up a little more if you
I'm gonna
want.
wait for him.
Good. Clear after.
Yeah.
Start creeping. Leave the signal. No one's there. Creep. Creep. No one's there. It's totally fine. Good. Just slower lift. Yeah.
Okay.
Creep for a little longer before you go. Okay. So what's the blue sign? Tell us.
Roundabout.
Good. And we're going to turn left, please, out the roundabout. Keep going for a bit. The people a problem?
Yeah.
So don't prioritise the signal.
Prioritise the problems.
Yes. Clutch down into first. Can we see much? Steer around the left corner a bit and then creep. Steer around the left corner a bit more. Keep looking left and right. Left and right, Erin. Left and right. We good?
Yeah.
Steer more.
Sorry.
Hold on. Follow that left curb still. Yeah, it's not just the cars. What's the road like now though?
Good.
Okay. You did a good job with that as well, you know. Well done.
Oh, that wasn't good though, was it?
Your clutch just gets lifted a little quick sometimes.
Okay.
What's the road like now, Erin?
It is good, and we're gonna go.
Anyone overtaking us before we accelerate? So go on in, accelerate and keep watching. You sort of didn't. You changed gear though. Changing gear isn't accelerating. Make sense? Learn to use your gas a little more if required. All good though, well done. So we have the reminder speed limit. So these smaller signs, keep away, try not to look at that and steer away. The smaller signs are the reminders, the bigger signs are the changes in speed limit. We'll have a little nosy at them as well. All good. So you can see in the road to the left,
It's changing.
it changes to 30 and then, alright, that's quite a big one. It's not a great example, but still reminding. That's fine. Good. Both sides of the road,
And
bigger
now it's
signs, and it changes again.
again.
Yeah, you get the idea. Well done. Anyone behind any issue? We're at 30, so we're good. Well done. Nice job. Could the bus swing out wide? Try not to steer left, just be ready to slow if the bus starts to move. If you'd have come this way, we would have had to have held back as well.
Okay,
Try not to.
because the road's narrow.
Yes, good. And his turn circle's not very sharp, is it? Have a listen to that engine as well, Erin. What does that sound like? Yeah,
down.
it could do with it. Well done. Gear down's great. Well done. Just smooth the lift and match it with a little bit of gas. So just have a touch of gas and a slow lift, and then the car will get going a little bit smoother again. Nice job. Dog on a lead. All good. Over the top of the bridge, we've got a roundabout where we're going to turn left, please.
Do you reckon I change the gear or just wait now?
Was the bus braking?
I didn't see it.
Look a little further, and because we can't see far, it probably wasn't worth it. Try not to look at the floor. So there's the roundabout, and we're going to turn left, please. We're not going to signal yet because we've got left steer on. When you've straightened your wheels, you can check, put a left signal on. And who do you give way to, Erin?
The left.
The right.
Right, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
the other left. Could you stop if someone came?
Yeah.
Is anyone coming,
No.
however? Good, go on in. Go on in. Go on in. Good. Is this crossing a problem?
Yeah.
Do you know how this one works?
When people are coming, you got to stop for them.
Good. Great stuff. Do you know what it's called?
Zebra.
Good. Well done. Nice little start, by the way. Well done. Try and remember, you don't have to steer away from those oncoming ones. Yeah? You're a little close to my curb. Another roundabout coming up. We're turning right, please, Erin. What do we do with the right turn? Yes, we do. Now, is anyone coming from the right?
No.
So you don't have to peer round to the left, Erin. Just look round where we're going to steer. You're on the curb there a little. Now, steer here, but look right. Look right and do your steering. Round that middle white bit. Middle white bit. No gas. None. None. None.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Try not to just escape. It's all down to looking in the wrong direction, remember. Who's coming the other way? See the silver van? You're going too fast. Is it good now? Anyone overtaking?
No.
Move away. It's not very planned because you look close. You've got to get your eyes further away rather than worrying about curbs and lines.
Okay.
It's not curbs and lines, alright? Okay, that little bump of the curb is only because you will look forward rather than out and round. Okay, get your eyes further up and round. So, as far round the corner as you can see now, and follow the shape of the road. Very good. Excellent. Look lovely and far all the way round the corner. See whether we can see a woman in a red t-shirt come out and start taking photos of us. Did you see that video?
No.
No, that's alright.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, listen to your engine.
Yeah. The 17-year-old on that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that still wasn't.
Bit smoother. Okay.
Was that down here, was it?
It was, yeah, this stretch of road. Quite famous, this stretch of road.
So when it's like with the yellow around it, what does that mean?
That just highlights the speed limit even more so. It is 30. It's 30, Erin, and you're steering left away from the cyclist. Try not to look at that
30.
white line. Yes, now it's 40. It didn't change until you got past. There's a little bit of muck on the road. Just try and stay wheels either side. How far round this corner can you see?
Not very.
What should we do with the speed?
Go slower.
Are you looking round or are you looking forward?
Looking around it.
Around the white, follow it. And your hands are a little stiff and stuck and grabby. You've got to lift for those turns, haven't you? Yeah. Look further, get looking round. What's the sign saying?
Give way.
What's the blue sign tell us?
There's a roundabout.
And we're turning right, please. Who's behind us? How close are they? Good. How much sharpness is there? Slow it right down, Erin, into first because it's very sharp. Less brake now. Who do we give way to? You're staring at the floor.
The right.
You're just a bit late looking, Erin, because you're staring at the floor still. You don't need to look at the floor. Look right, out over there now, round that middle white line. Better, now up the road. Better. You waste so much time looking at the floor. And that screwed up face tells me you agree with me. Yeah? Pretty good though. Well done. How are those gear changes getting on? A little bit of gas before you lift the clutch as well. A little bit of gas before you lift the clutch. So this small sign is a reminder, don't forget. The big one's up ahead on both sides of the road. It's changing and we must be at 30. That's where it changes. So we cannot be going faster than 30 the other side of that sign. Any issues back there first, remember. Alright, good. So coming out of the 30, remember we can't accelerate until we're past the sign. That's fourth. Clutch down. Clutch down. That's fourth. You snatched at that one. Good. Good. You're done. Good. Go on. Keep going, Erin. Come. I'm going to give you a little park in shortly and let you get your head together. Keep going for a bit.
Gears are annoying me.
Why?
Because I'm not doing it properly.
That doesn't matter. That's okay. Just keep working on them. Good. We're going to go ahead, please, at the traffic light. Anyone behind us a problem or an issue? So what's going to go on with this? What's your plan?
Gonna have to stop.
Get slow and earlier, Erin, rather than leaving braking to the very last moment. It's too late. Okay, that's a good shout. And then accelerate now. Straight to accelerate. Well done. Good. So quicker clutch down.
Okay. Oh.
A little bit of gas first. But you still just lift.
Okay. Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
You've got to feed that in. You've got to feed the power in. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Hold on. This type of crossing, it's got no cowls.
So it's a puffin.
Puffin. No one's pressed the button either, so it's not going to go. All right.
Puffin is on without cows.
Good. Good.
Okay.
Good. Good. Traffic lights. We're going to turn left, please. So, what's your plan to do with the signal? Have we got a lot of steering to do here?
Yeah.
Does this gear sound okay?
Nope.
Does.
Oh.
Clutch back up. You're staring at the floor, Erin. Stay right. All right, come on, not the floor. Now, we were quite close to me braking there for the amber light, but you were past the first advanced stop line, so no in the world you should stop unless you can stop before it. But you looking at the floor makes you very reactive, doesn't it? Yeah, come on, let's get working. Type of crossing's this one, Erin?
Cows. There is no cows.
Again, puffin, and the box has not been activated, so it should be.
Puffin is no cows, cows is pelican.
Good. Zebra, well done. Anyone behind us? Because what if there were vehicles behind? Would that affect your decision on how you slow down and what you did for the pedestrians? It would do, wouldn't it? Okay. Well done.
Is this a 30 round here?
Cool, well done. However, speed bumps usually say that it is a 20.
Okay.
But that 20 change in there, did you see it?
No, I wasn't looking
In the
at
side roads, said that this shouldn't be. Now, what we're going to do is a left at the roundabout, please.
Okay.
Keep going for a bit, because what's this one like? It's a bit more open than the little ones we've been doing, isn't it? What do we do with the left turn now, Erin?
Go to the left
Do we tell people?
Yeah.
What's it like? Who's coming?
Nobody.
How sharp is it?
Quite, not very, sorry.
So what should we do then?
Go.
Go on then, round the bend. Go on, off we go. This crossing,
It is a puffin.
it's actually not. There's a picture of a bike on it. Very close though. Good. Excellent, sussing out really quick. It was a toucan. A toucan is like a puffin, but cyclists can ride across as well. So they work in the same way. All right, good job, well done. Keep going, come on, up through the gears now, Erin. Come on. There you go. So has this got cowls on? No? Anyone there?
No.
Anyone behind close?
No.
No issues then, is there?
Yeah, that gear change was a lot better, wasn't it?
It was. Traffic lights turning right, please.
Okay.
Do you see how the road lays out for now?
Yes.
So, when are you going to tell people we're turning right, and where do we go into the right turn box? Not yet. Here. Check no one's overtaking. Second gear. You're too much brake, Erin. You don't need to brake that much to go in there. You're just looking at the taxi.
Okay. Oh.
You weren't planning. You were just looking at the floor. No one's coming.
Where does this road go down?
Have a look. Stop. Stop at the line. Not enough planning.
Okay.
All right. Secure. And out of gear. Relax a second. Chill. I'll help you with it. Because you were looking so close, you're still trying to work out now
where I'm going.
where you're going.
Yeah.
And that's all because you look at the floor.
Okay.
You can't. You have to scan on the way in. Quite simply, look at that bollard over there in the middle. Which side of that bollard do we go?
Okay.
Clutch down into first. We're not going to be that much longer. In fact, the traffic is going to come from this side first, but
The lemon lights over there are green.
just leave us in first gear for a moment. Those vehicles where the red car is from the opposite direction could be turning right. Do you see the scruffy little bit of tarmac in the middle of the road? That's like your telegraph pole where you either go past it or before it, and we have to do a turn if the cars are turning right. Now creep, which side is the easiest route to get to our road? Clutch down a little. Where are we going to go? Don't try not to stay at the car. Yes, this side. Steer this way a bit, go slower, we can't see. Can you see no one's coming?
Yeah.
Carry on then. Good. Now what should we be doing, Erin? Good. Great job. Well done. Better gear change. They're getting better, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well done. This has got cowls on.
So it's a pelican.
Yes, good. Anyone behind?
No.
No one pressed it?
No.
Up through your gears then. Good. And if they are staggered, they are different crossings. So what I mean by that, you might have one on this side with a big central reservation and the other one's a bit further up. They're totally separate crossings. If they're in one line, they are one crossing. Does that make sense? Good with your speed limit, well done. Type of crossings, this one up ahead.
A puffin.
Good. Anyone behind us?
No. Well,
Or is it a toucan with a picture of a bike on it as well?
I don't know.
Less gas a bit, you're going faster. Look at the boxes on the furthest right side.
Yeah, it's got bikes in it as well.
Toucan.
Toucan, pelican and puffin.
Toucan cross.
Toucan
Toucan cross.
Toucan cross, so it's a bike one. So yeah, getcha.
Smashing it today. Well done, Erin. Good.
Right.
Anyone behind any issue?
No.
Try and plan your junction out a little more. A bit more brake. Less brake. And then maybe first gear if you think that we could change.
I don't. So we put into neutral.
Good. Big gap from the other side though after the black Mercedes. No, there's not. There's a fair few cars coming down. Just couldn't see them.
I reckon after this white one.
Touch down into first then. And they're stopping. Perfect. Lovely little creep. You don't need to steer right though, Erin. Good. Nice job. When are we allowed to go past 30 to the higher speed limit?
When you get past the speed marks.
Good. So you can accelerate for now. And then if we're past the 40, we can check and keep accelerating to suit. Alright? Good job. Straight at the roundabout, please, Erin. So what lane for straight?
Left.
Good. It's the third junction at this one.
What does that mean?
It's not the first or the second. Sorry. Use your brake a little. Look at the lorry. Slow. Listen. What gear will we need? Gear down then. What's it like? Stay in your left lane. Is it good? Go on in. Go on in and stay in your left lane all the way round. Stay in your left lane and look far. 1, 2. You're going faster. You don't need to go faster. Look far, Erin. Now, signal left. Done. Just check your mirrors before you do. Look far, Erin. Good. Roundabout, we're going to turn right. What lane will we need?
The right lane.
What's best to do?
Slow down.
Put a signal on when this one's alongside of you. Signal now. Now see whether it's clear. Yes?
Yeah.
Gas as well, Erin. You can't just steer.
Sorry.
There's more to it than that. Roundabout right turn. Have a look. When are we going to fit on? Are the cars coming or are they still waiting?
They're still
Go on in.
waiting.
Get going in. Get going. Go on, Erin. Go on. Stay close to the curb and go around the curb to the third junction. We're passing one. Follow your curb far. Try not to rush. You're going faster. Now, when's the wheel still? There. Signal left. Look far and go in the left lane and exit. Alright, you still struggle because you look too close, don't you? Yeah? Alright, but it was a pretty good attempt. I had to do a fair bit of talking through to get you through it, but good. I don't think we've done many right turns like that either, have we? No? Did a good job, well done. Keep going.
Is it 40?
Look into the side streets, there's 30s in them, so therefore that's a change. Is this going to be a 30?
No.
It is a 40 limit. Well done. Has this crossing been pressed? Have a look at the box on the right.
No.
So come on, try not to zigzag between the curb and the line there. And you still do, don't you? Yeah, you see yourself doing that there. Traffic lights coming up. We're going to go right, please. What lane will we need?
The right lane.
No reason to signal. It's alright, it's fine. If you put one on, it's not a big deal. Good job. What are you going to do with this right turn? When are we going to tell people? You're drifting a bit, Erin. Look further up. Come on, where are we going to end up? When are we going to signal?
Now.
Come on then. Look at the oncoming cars. The last vehicle is the lorry up to now, the white one. Get slowing, isn't it?
Yeah.
What gear are you going to pick then to go after the big white lorry?
1.
Less brake. You don't need to stop yet. You don't need to stop yet. Creep, Erin. Creep, Erin. Creep. Creep. We're through the light, so we clear. We get out of there. Come on, Erin. I need you to go. Good. Come on. Plan. See where I'm coming from? But a good job. Well done. Cracker. Well done. What we're going to do is find a safe place where we can park.
Okay, I'll do this. I'll do this.
Well done for taking that off me. Don't slow down while you think. Just drive. Yeah? Drive and have a look. What's your plan, Erin?
After these ones.
After the red one.
Okay. On the
Or is,
bump?
no, maybe not,
I'm gonna
because
go
there's some H markings in there, so
And then
we'll leave it.
after
Just
the
keep
bus,
driving.
yeah.
And that's a bus stop, isn't
Yeah,
it? So
yeah.
just keep driving. Good. Let's deal with the crossing. No one about?
Zebra crossing.
Good, well done. Excellent. So what else could we do if we wished to park in? Could we turn down a different road and then park in somewhere?
Yeah.
We could do, couldn't we?
Yeah.
keep going. I'm going to show you where to park. I'm going to show you where to turn off. If you didn't know the road, you could always just park in and then find your sat nav to get yourself out. But we're going to take the next road on the left, please, Erin. Nice work. We need to slow and sort all this before we get here. We're a little close to this side. Second gear, Erin. Off the brake, gas and bike now, look far. You're still looking forward and it causes you all kinds of problems, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Cool. Well done. Where do the yellow lines finish and where's going to be good, do you think?
I'm going to go after this curb.
Okay, that car curtailed my little parking. Have we got room to do it on the left by this, after this junction and before the next one, just in here?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep rolling uphill. Don't go any closer when you're close enough. Nice job. Good. Well done. Secure it all up. Well done. Relax. We've driven for quite a little while there, just driving around. How have you found those roundabouts?
The last one was a bit more complex.
When we turned right?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. I thought you picked your gaps pretty well up to now though.
Yeah.
What was complex about that right turn though?
Don't know. I think it'd be a lot easier if I actually just looked.
Would.
It
Yeah,
would be.
most definitely. You constantly battle with your position because you look down at the floor, you steer away from it. You look down at the floor, you steer away from it. And you sort of zigzag around roundabouts as well. That's also causing you a couple of issues regarding checking your mirrors before we signal. We need to check our mirrors before we signal just in case there's anyone on that left side of us. When we turn right, did you notice? We're in the right side, we're on the inside of the roundabout. And did you notice when we came off, I got you to slide across to the left to exit? You should do. The cars should not be turning right from the left lane. But does that mean no one's going to be there? So what do we need to do first?
Check the mirrors.
I checked and made sure it was good, but to be able for you to do it, you have to look further to get your steering set and relaxed, so then you know that you can take your hands off it to check, or not take your hands, take your eyes off the road just for a little moment to check your mirrors, to then signal, to then come off.
Yeah.
But if you're constantly looking at the floor, at the curb, steering away from that, and then steering away from the white line, and then steering away from the curb, and you then won't get any chance to do it. However, a lot of that has been a good step forward. What about the right turn that we did with the lorry coming the other way? Sometimes I ask you about things and you don't know sometimes, do you?
No.
That's because you look at this little area in front.
Yeah.
Did you understand in hindsight how early that I'd picked the gap that we were going to go? Yeah? And you can see that yourself as well. You can plan when you're probably going to go. Just well, go on, were you going to ask you a question?
No.
No. While we were in that junction, in the middle, as the lorry was clearing and I was saying for you to go,
Yeah.
did you notice the lights change?
Yeah. And then I still had to go because I'm causing obstruction.
And that's, yes.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying to you, I need you to go, Erin. I need you to go. I need you to get out of there.
Yeah.
You just take a little
I remember
long.
that one now. I do remember that one now.
Good. But honestly, a good step forward. It's quite nice out today because it's pretty quiet, isn't it? There's not much going on. Understandably, everyone should be at home. Should we go? Have a little drive?
Yes.
Go on in.
Where are we?
In the car.
Yep.
Kirby.
Kirby.
Can see your brain working better now. Well done. Good. Next road on the right, please, Erin. How sharp is this? You're obsessed with the gears. You go into a higher gear where this car's causing you problems. Clutch down again, Erin. Put it into first. Do you see where I'm coming from? Look how sharp this is going to be with this car. Gas and bike. Creep. Creep. Put a right signal on. Creep, Erin. Creep. And go. So you're obsessed with going up through the gears before you've really given yourself a chance to look. Make sense?
Yeah.
Is it safe to get this gear? Yes, it is. Good. So you've got to get your eyes further away from you now. Yeah? Better. Trust the fact that you can still deal with the stuff close to you if needed. Good. Hold on. When the side roads have got speed bumps in, you shouldn't be going out to the middle though, Erin, because you're at higher risk if someone just came out of that junction. If there's a choice, you should pick. We've done this with you.
Left.
The left. However, there's risk with these park ones. I'd like you to just go slower and bump over them. Thank you. That's safe. They're called speed bumps, not speed smooths. Right? So if you've got a bump.
What about this one?
What do you think?
Go towards the middle of it safe.
Anyone overtaking us?
No.
Out we go then. Good. Nice job. And now, what should you do to make sure this is
Check
safe?
your mirror.
Go on then. Good. And then, which one here? The left one?
Yeah.
Is there still a little bit of a risk with the van, do you think? We'll just go a little bit slower then. And bump, yeah, perfect. We're going to turn left, please. Hold on. Which other mirror? This one, Erin.
This one, yeah.
How far can you see right and left?
Not very much. Oh, too much.
And too late. Stop. You've done no prep. It's because you look late. First gear now.
This is, sorry,
First gear now. Go on. This is.
where I did my
Yeah, it
training
was.
at high school.
Down the.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we waiting for? Follow my left curve, Erin. So it was all really late because you did zip on the approach. You have to be looking and working things out as we're coming up to it, don't forget. Alright. Good. Is it safe to get second gear?
Yeah.
Go on and accelerate then. You slowed and then got it.
Oh my goodness, what's happening?
You're obsessed with the gears. You've got to squeeze your gas to then accelerate. There's no point slowing to get a high gear. Is there? No, not the floor, Erin, not them speed bumps, because you could have safely and should have been over here. Try this left side position with this speed bump here, because it maximises your space from the parked ones. There's no issues with the school because they're closed. Do we need to slow down?
For the speed bump.
Nope, because we're already slow for them. We're already at the speed for the road. So going back to what I was saying, it's a side street. It's an estate type of road with speed bumps on, so it's generally going to be 20. You can tell it is because the speed limit change coming onto the main road at the end.
It's 30.
So second gear is fine in this car. 20 is plenty. Done. End of the road, turn left. Let's try and do a little bit more on the approach to what's happening, not just the mirror and the signal. Come on, what are you going to do with what you're seeing? You're staring forward. It's a waste of time. Get slower more. What gear are you going to pick? Creep now. Steer around the left more. Steer around the left more. Is it good? Better. But I still have to twist your arm to get you to do it. Don't I? Come on, you do it. Okay. No problems. Smooth the lift the clutch. Alright. Good job though. Hold on. The traffic lights, we shall turn left please. What do we do with this? Anyone around us? What's your plan with the signal? Hold on. What's your plan with the traffic? What are you going to do with your brake? What are you going to do with your prep? No handbrake? First, you should have been. Clutch down. Clutch down! First. Gas and bite. What's round the corner, Erin?
Traffic lights.
Come on, let's get going, because the lights have changed. No planning there coming in. You need to be planning more for these lights. It's really important. Alright? So on the approach, we should have had first gear already. That was fine. Should have had first gear ready on the approach to that, so you're ready to move, because there wasn't much happening. You still changed too early. Use your gas more, Erin. Come on. Squeeze your gas more. Come on. Squeeze it further. Not just for longer. Yeah? But in between, you've got to come off, haven't you? Now, we do need a lane change to go ahead at this roundabout. What's best to do with the black car, do you think now?
Speed it, slow down.
Good. Is there a big gap after it? Will we even need to signal?
No.
Maybe for the black car. Is the black car okay in front? Just be careful of just using your mirror and steering across. That's pretty dangerous, that. This lane to go straight, please. This lane to go ahead. What are you expecting from the lights?
To change, maybe.
Be ready for them then, Erin. Look far, not forward. Far, and do the steering. Far, better. Good. Good. Now you're ready to go, and when you do go, you've got no steering to do. That is loads better. Clutch down, first gear. Good. There you go. Try not to rush. Look round the white line. Not at it. You're looking at it, Erin. Come on, look further up. Come on. Further up. Second, definitely. If you look further, you'll get your steering set sooner. Clutch back up. Clutch back up. Leave the gear, not hands. Leave the gear. Leave it. It's fine in second. Just go slow with your feet. Gas and bite. Gas and bite. Now, don't let your head fall off now. Come on. Put a left signal on, Erin. It's not massively important here, apart from cars next to us. Just what do you think it does to them? If there's a car next to us coming in here, that signal, what would it tell them?
What'd you put in?
Don't worry. Leave that one. Come on, drive. You just got to get next gear. Why haven't you gone for it? Come on, get your head going again. Come on, don't let your head fall off now. Would you like a little break before we get ourselves back?
No.
No?
No.
Get your head back going again. Get planning again. Yeah, come on. Cool. What are you expecting to go on next?
The lights.
Lifting the chin doesn't do anything. Just makes you tense. Are you ready to stop? How close is the car behind? Just went a little slow there. You went actually too slow. Squeeze your gas now. What could the bus wish to do?
Pull out.
Who's to our lane 2?
No one.
Could lane change? No. Could if needed.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you've got to.
Okay.
We're trying to plan.
We are.
We're trying to have an escape in our mind.
Where are we going?
Not the floor, Erin. Chin's coming up. You don't need to.
Where are we going?
If I say nothing, where do you go?
Straight.
And the floor doesn't tell you that. It's slowing. Look past the back of them. Come on, plan your junction, not the back of this vehicle. First gear. Definitely go slower.
Oh.
Shame you just stopped there. You could have gone slower and then crept with them. What should we be doing, Erin? That's it. Come on. So the pedal needs to be squeezed. Squeeze more and more and more. More and less, and gear change. Got to learn to use your feet a little more. Yeah? Work it out. Work out how to do it. So 30 limit. Very unlikely to be reminded most of the time. When you do have a reminder of a 30, could this crossing have already been pressed and we've not seen it?
Yeah.
Good caution. Off we go again. So when you do have a reminder of 30, a lot of the time it's because there will be speed cameras down the road. However, that shouldn't affect us, should it? No. Good. Keep your head on board. Keep it going. Keep planning. Knowing who's around us. What's it like?
It could change.
Who's behind us?
A grey car.
Yep. Has anyone actually pressed that button though? It's hard to tell.
No.
Because it's a staggered crossing. All the boxes are actually faced this way, so we can't see them.
That's a pelican. Smashed it.
Smashed it is right. You've done well with them today. Yeah, good. This is a normal set of lights that could change at any point.
There's people there, so they could.
Good, but it's the lack of traffic that's coming this way that make these possible to change, and you're going faster, Erin. Oh, you shouldn't have been doing that. If they could change a normal set of lights, the last thing you need to be doing is accelerating, coming into them. Not chin up. Not chin up. Relax. Because lifting your chin up just literally makes you a little bit more tense. Sit. Relax. Look, who's coming out of the hospital?
Nobody.
What gear at this speed? Second, Erin. We're not at walking speed or less, are we? No? Come on.
Depends how fast you walk.
Can you walk that fast? We were doing about 14 miles an hour there.
Give it a good go, mate.
Give it a good go. Nice job. You probably should have got up into third. Leave it now though. What's coming out of Barlow's Lane?
Nothing.
What are you going to do? We're downhill, so if these change, would second still work?
Yeah.
Good. Nice. What are you going to do with the position change? Right? Yes, good. Is it safe?
Yeah.
Therefore, go on the gas and use it as well. Don't just steer. There's more to it than that. Yeah, well done. Good. So could these change?
Yes.
So we should not be increasing now.
But now?
No.
No. Now?
Now.
Okay. Should I go into third?
Get going first and then third, yes. Well done. Good. Learn to use your gas pedal a little more. Traffic lights, we're going to turn left, please. Why can't we signal?
Because there's...
So don't bother, use your brake then for a bit. When can we signal?
Now.
What gear for the sharpness of the corner?
1.
Clutch down then, clutch down. Slower, Erin, you're going in. You don't need to look that way, you need to lean and look around. Gas and bite sooner than that. You're a little bit late with your planning there, it's too heavy. Come on. Could this one see us?
No.
Hold back then, just stop for them if you wish to. Clutch down, stop. Just stop. There you go. Did you notice we didn't flash? What's your plan? Should be creeping. You should be creeping. Good. Makes sense. Try not to just sit there and stare at them. Good. So did you notice how we let her go there?
And we just, yeah.
Didn't flash. We just literally sat and looked. And she knew exactly what was going on, didn't she? Well done. That's a good bit of work. Well done. We are going to turn over the bridge.
We are going to look. Do I need signal still?
No one's about. If you don't see anyone, I'll miss you. Good. Anyone followed us?
Nope.
Nope. That's all good. You know where we're heading. What sharp's this?
Quite.
What are you going to do with this? Slower then. Slower then. Slower. You look at the floor again, Erin. Come on. You've had plenty of practice. Gas and creep. You've got to get yourself away from looking at the floor to come into corners. You're steering away from the red one. Go slower, Erin. Cover the clutch. Cover the brake. No, don't press it. Just steer. You're looking at the floor. Cover, brake and clutch. That's all you need to do. Just cover. Don't press the thing.
I'm not pressing anything.
Good. Now a little bit of gas. Good. Cover your brake again. Just look far and steer. Cover your brake. Let it idle. Just steer. You don't have to press a pedal. Turning right at the top. Have we got to go slower than idle?
Yeah.
Clutch down then, use your brake. What gear are we going to pick?
1.
Go for it then. Do we need to stop? Gentle, creep again. Good. Good, creep. And look far. Well done, good job. I think you've been able to push yourself on quite a bit there today, well done. Good. Come on, accelerate a little bit, Ellen. Ellen. Good effort, well done. Nice job today. Look far. I've no idea where we're going to park. Okay, so just before in front of Jess's. That'll do. Clutch, Erin. That'll do, just leave it there. It's good. Secure your car up.
Do you reckon I could get in there?
We wouldn't get out. There's no point. There's no point doing it. Alright. Relax. Turn your car off. Chill. Alright, pretty good job today.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Good. I like that positivity of ES. What did you learn? What did you pick up?
I think I did look a lot more than last time around corners.
Yes, but honestly, where would you give yourself out of 10 for that?
I reckon a good 4, solid 4.
I was going to think 5, so I think we're on the same sort of level, which is good. You are getting better at it.
It did sloped. It was better at the start.
You do fall off a little bit, you tail off a little bit towards the ends, but you've got to get that a little bit better now. You've got to keep going with that. However, you've learnt a fair bit. Do you think the roundabouts, I think it's been nice today to have a go at a few roundabouts when there's been less traffic. You have got your eyes further up. We've done a few right turns as well. Still looking further around corners.
Yes, that would be a target.
A target to go off and work with. How do you feel as though you've got on with your pedestrian crossings today?
Smashed them.
Smashed them. Has that helped you with your theory a bit?
Yeah.
Super. Who can use a toucan crossing?
Bike people and bike people.
I call them bicyclists. I've said that before as well. Cyclists can ride across. They don't have to dismount. They should dismount on the other crossings. However, a lot of the time people don't. But especially with the toucan crossings, be ready for people riding across, which they're going to come at you a little bit quicker.
Yep.
Who can use a Pegasus crossing?
What? Is that the same as Puffin?
The equestrian one in the middle of the race course.
Oh.
Horses. Well,
What
horse
are they called?
riders. Pegasus, or sometimes
Pegasus, like the
equestrian.
unicorn.
Yes. Okay, sound. So you don't see many of them. Speed limits we've worked on a little bit today. We haven't done loads of them in the past.
Yes.
Feel a bit more comfortable with them?
Yes.
Big signs?
You're going to come to a new one.
Good. Small signs?
You're at that speed limit.
Reminders, good. And if you are in a built-up area and you don't see any signs, generally, what was the speed limit today?
30.
Good. If you're in an estate,
20.
20. What's the speed limit on this estate?
20.
20, sound. The connecting roads are usually 30s or sometimes higher 40s. If you're on a 40, give me one way that you get told that it will be a 40. Where did you see some signs telling you something? Did we see reminders? We did.
Yeah.
Did we look into side roads? What would you see in a side road if your road was generally
A big 30.
It could be a big 20 also.
Yeah, depending on where you're going to go up to.
But yes, it doesn't just mean that you'll see on a 40 limit you'll only see 30s and side streets. That's not always the case, but that's giving you a good idea with your speed limits. Gear changes, how have they got on? They improved?
A bit.
A little bit of gas to lift the clutch.
Yeah.
And I still need you to accelerate more in between. You're wary of that gas pressure. You've got to go squeeze, relax. And then gear change. Honestly though, that's a step forward. How did you find it having a lesson a fair bit sooner than you would do normally? Because we're only about 3 or 4 days. It's a lot better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think we try and batter this over the next bit?
Yeah.
We're good.
Thank you.